Retirement planning. After 50 isn't just about money. It's about freedom, joy, and peace of mind. If you're over 50 and still haven't taken charge of your future, this is your wake-up call. Today, we'll reveal 10 smart moves in your retirement planning after 50 that can turn your golden years into your best years. Have you ever paused to wonder what your retirement will really look like? Not just numbers in a bank account, but your freedom to travel, your health to enjoy it, and your peace of mind every single morning. If you're in your 50s right now, you're in the perfect window of opportunity. What you do in the next few years will determine whether you just get by or truly thrive in the decades to come. Let's dive into the 10 smart, life-shaping moves that can make all the difference. 1. Get crystal clear on your retirement vision. Many people reach their 50s and suddenly realize retirement isn't far off anymore. It's coming fast. But even as it nears, most haven't clearly defined what they actually want that life to look like. They've saved, maybe paid down debt, even met with a financial advisor, but few have truly stopped to ask, what kind of life do I want after I stop working? Not someone else's idea, your own. Do you picture peaceful mornings by a lake, or a vibrant retirement village filled with laughter and community? Do you dream of travel, or finally planting that garden? The clearer your vision, the stronger your drive becomes. It's not enough to say, I want to be comfortable. Does that mean no financial stress? More time with family? Freedom from routine? When you skip this step, you risk drifting into a version of retirement that doesn't fulfill you. Not because it's bad, but because it's not yours. Think of retirement like an open plane ticket. Without a destination in mind, you may end up somewhere fine, but not somewhere meaningful. So pause, reflect. Where do you wake up? Who's beside you? What fills your day? This isn't a small exercise. It's your foundation. Because every step you take from here, every choice, every dollar, flows from the vision you set. Remember, happiness doesn't arrive by accident. It's something you create with clarity and intention. 2. Track your current expenses. Honestly, you can't plan for retirement if you don't understand where your money is going today. And let's be honest, most of us aren't fully aware of how much we're actually spending each month. We often guess. We assume. We hope it's not too bad. But those guesses can cost you dearly once your income drops after retirement. That's why now is the time to get real with your spending. Open your bank statements. Review your monthly habits without judgment. Write it all down. Food and utilities, subscriptions, takeout, gas gifts, medical expenses, and any help you offer your kids or parents. Once you see the numbers clearly, you might be surprised. Maybe a few small habits are adding up to thousands each year. Or maybe you're already doing better than you thought. Either way, knowledge is power. But remember, this isn't about guilt. It's about clarity. If your income dropped by 40% tomorrow, could you maintain your lifestyle? Picture this. You're retired and your bills haven't changed, but your income has. Suddenly, that daily coffee or weekend hobby feels like a luxury. Wouldn't it feel better to prepare now? Think of this step as cleaning out a closet. You can't organize your future if you don't first see the mess. So take one quiet afternoon. Be honest. Tracking your expenses today is one of the most empowering gifts you can give your future self. 3. Pay off high-interest debt. Fast. If there's one thing that quietly drains your financial freedom in retirement, it's this: high-interest debt. Those credit card balances, personal loans, or retail financing plans may have felt manageable in your 30s and 40s, but after 50, they become far more than numbers. They become a threat to your peace of mind. Imagine this. You've worked hard for decades. You're finally looking ahead to slower mornings, more travel, or time with your grandchildren. But every month, a chunk of your income vanishes. Not for living, not for joy, but to pay off interest. Not even the debt itself, just the interest. That's the hidden cost of carrying high-interest debt into your retirement years. Let's be real. Interest rates of 15%, 18%, even 22% aren't uncommon with unsecured debt. And that kind of compounding doesn't slow down just because you do. At this stage of life, you don't need more things. You need more breathing room, more flexibility, more control over where your money goes. So what can you do? Step 1. List every debt you have. Include the amount, the interest rate, and the minimum monthly payment. You might be surprised how quickly it adds up. Step 2. Focus on the highest interest debt first. This is known as the avalanche method. It saves you the most money in the long run. Pay extra on the most expensive debt, while continuing minimum payments on the rest. Step 3. Cut what doesn't serve you. This could mean postponing a vacation, downgrading a car, or pausing certain luxuries temporarily. Because every dollar you throw at debt now gives you more freedom later. This isn't about being cheap. It's about being strategic. It's saying, I'd rather own my future than owe for my past. And don't forget, the emotional toll of debt is real. It creates background stress. It limits your choices. It quietly whispers that you're not quite free. But the moment you see that balance shrinking, the moment you realize you're no longer sending hundreds in interest to the bank each month, you reclaim something far more valuable than money. You reclaim your peace. So let this be your reminder. Freedom in retirement isn't just about what you have. It's about what you don't owe. 4. Max out retirement contributions. You're in your 50s now, and whether it feels like it or not, you're entering what financial experts call the final sprint before retirement. This is your golden window, the time when you likely have the highest earning power and perhaps fewer financial burdens than before. Maybe the kids are grown, the mortgage is manageable, and you finally have a little breathing room. This is when every dollar saved counts more than ever. But here's the key. Don't just save. Maximize. If your country offers retirement savings tools like a 401k, IRA, or superannuation fund, this is the time to lean in. Take advantage of catch-up contributions, special allowances for people over 50 that let you contribute beyond the usual limits. These extra contributions are more than just savings. They're an accelerator. Think of it like getting an extra 5-10 years of momentum into your financial future. Let's say you can put away an extra $6,000 per year from age 50 to 60. That's $84,000 in additional retirement savings, not including growth from investments. And that could mean the difference between just getting by and truly living in retirement. But it's not just about the numbers. It's about the mindset. Now is the time to ask yourself, am I treating retirement planning like a priority or like something I'll get to eventually? Am I spending out of habit or saving with purpose? Small daily decisions, like choosing not to upgrade your car, skipping that impulse buy, or redirecting bonus income into your retirement fund, can translate into thousands of dollars in future freedom. And remember, this isn't about deprivation. It's about delayed gratification, choosing a little discipline now for a lot of peace later. You've worked too hard to arrive at retirement underprepared. This is the moment to go all in, to set up your future self for freedom, dignity, and confidence. Max it out. You'll thank yourself later. 5. Get smart with healthcare planning. Ask most retirees what surprised them after leaving work, and many will say, "I didn't expect staying healthy to cost so much." Healthcare is one of the most underestimated, yet most critical, parts of retirement. We often assume that if we've been healthy or had employer insurance, we'll be fine. But after 60, even minor health issues can become major financial burdens without a solid plan. It's not just hospital bills. There's medication, tests, dental work, eyeglasses, physical therapy, chronic conditions, even long-term care like in-home nursing or assisted living. These costs add up fast. Step 1. Review your health insurance. Know exactly what's covered and what's not. Will your current plan follow you into retirement? Do you need extra coverage? Don't assume. Read the fine print. Ask an expert. A small consultation now can save thousands later. Step 2. Build a health emergency fund. Set aside money, separate from savings, for unexpected health needs. Think of it as your protection from financial shocks caused by illness or injury. Step 3. Prioritize prevention. Forget miracle cures. Focus on the basics. Eat well. Move regularly. Sleep enough. Get checkups. These habits now will shape your health and freedom for years to come. Because the healthier you stay, the more independent, mobile, and joyful your retirement can be. Don't delay. Healthcare planning is more than just protecting your wallet. It's protecting your future peace of mind, freedom, and strength. 6. Downsize before it's urgent. There comes a time, often after 50, when the home you once loved starts to feel too big, too quiet, or simply too much to manage. Maybe it's unused rooms, rising utility bills, or repairs that seem endless. Or maybe it's the stairs that aren't as easy, the yard work that drains more energy than before. That's why it's wise to downsize before it becomes necessary. When you're still mobile, healthy, and in control, moving is a choice, not a crisis. And downsizing isn't giving up. It's choosing wisely. It's shifting to a home that fits who you are now. Easier to maintain, safer and more accessible. Closer to what matters: family, healthcare, or community. Downsizing also reduces stress and expenses and frees you to focus on what truly brings joy. So ask yourself, does this space still serve my life today and tomorrow? If not, start planning. Because making this move early ensures you stay in control and live with more peace, ease, and purpose. 7. Diversify income streams. You may be retiring from your job, but your money doesn't need to retire with you. Depending entirely on a pension or savings might feel stable, but life is full of surprises. Markets shift, unexpected expenses appear, prices rise, and suddenly, your monthly income feels tighter than expected. That's why having more than one stream of income can be a game changer. It's not just about money, it's about peace of mind. But don't worry, you don't need to start a new career or take on full-time work. It's often about doing something small and meaningful with what you already have: your time, space, or skills. A few possibilities to consider: renting out a spare room or property for steady passive income, freelancing or consulting in your area of expertise, even just a few hours a week, turning hobbies into extra income like baking, sewing, gardening, or photography, safe, small investments that generate returns over time, teaching, mentoring, or online courses in things you know well. Even a modest income can make a real difference. It adds a layer of flexibility and gives you a reason to stay engaged, challenged, and connected to the world around you. Retirement doesn't have to mean stopping. It can mean shifting from full-time work to part-time purpose, from obligation to opportunity. Because earning on your own terms, even just a little, brings both financial support and personal fulfillment. 8. Build your emotional retirement plan. Most people carefully plan their finances for retirement, but few think about what will fill their days emotionally. After decades of working, it's not uncommon to feel a sudden emptiness when the job ends. No more structure, no set schedule, and perhaps no clear sense of identity. For some, this freedom feels exhilarating, but for many, it leads to confusion, boredom, or even sadness. That's why creating an emotional retirement plan is just as important as your savings strategy. Start by asking yourself, what will give my life joy, connection, and meaning when I no longer have work? The answer might be rekindling friendships or spending more time with loved ones, joining a group, faith community, or local cause. Exploring hobbies you've always set aside, painting, gardening, writing, or music. Traveling with purpose, volunteering, or learning along the way. The goal isn't to fill every moment with activity, but to live with intention and engagement. And the best time to start building this plan isn't after you retire, it's now. Start small. Test what energizes you. Discover what makes you feel alive again. Because retirement isn't just about stepping away from work. It's about stepping into a life that fulfills you in new, deeper ways. When your emotional life is rich and meaningful, every other part of retirement, your health, energy, and relationships, flourishes too. 9. Create a social safety net. When we think about aging well, we often focus on physical health or financial stability. But one of the biggest threats to a joyful retirement is something quieter: social isolation. After leaving work, many people lose their daily routines and social circles without realizing it. Friends become busy. The phone rings less. Days feel longer. And the truth is, loneliness isn't just sad, it's harmful. Studies show that long-term isolation can increase the risk of heart disease, memory loss, depression, and even early death. That's why building a social safety net is one of the most important things you can do. Start now, with intention. Reconnect with old friends, even just for coffee or a quick call. Get to know your neighbors. Start with a wave or a friendly chat. Join clubs, classes, or volunteer groups. Stay close to family, even through simple messages or virtual calls. You don't need dozens of people. A few strong, meaningful connections make all the difference. Also, consider intergenerational friendships. Mentoring younger people or spending time with grandchildren can bring joy and energy into your life. Because in the end, it's not just about living longer, it's about staying connected, curious, and alive inside. 10. Talk with your family. Not later, many people avoid serious conversations with family. Not because they don't care, but because they don't want to worry anyone. They say, "I'll bring it up later." But waiting often leads to stress, confusion, or regret down the road. Having open, calm conversations now is one of the most loving, responsible things you can do. Talk to your spouse, children, or siblings about where you hope to live as you age, what kind of support you may or may not want, your wishes for health care and emergencies, legal matters like wills or powers of attorney. These conversations don't have to be heavy. Start with honesty and kindness. Let your family know this isn't about burdening them. It's about preparing them. When your loved ones understand your preferences, they're better equipped to support you. And you gain peace of mind, knowing your voice will be heard, even when life becomes uncertain. So don't wait for a crisis. Speak now, clearly and with compassion. It may be the most powerful gift you ever give your family. You've come a long way, and now, after 50, this isn't a time to slow down. It's the beginning of a richer, more meaningful chapter, one that you get to shape with clarity and purpose. These 10 smart moves aren't just retirement tips. They're stepping stones toward a future filled with greater peace, freedom, and fulfillment. Choose just one to begin with. Even a small step today can create powerful change tomorrow. If this video gave you new perspective or encouragement, please like, comment, and subscribe to Advice for Life 50+. We're here to walk with you, one wise, thoughtful step at a time. Because your best life after 50 doesn't just happen. You build it, and it starts right now.